The cast of Sons of Anarchy take on even Steven's prodigy, Shia LaBeouf, in Pacific Rim versus Transformers. Hang tight. Beowulf, but come on, the kid's got screen presence, from his small roles in iRobot to his full-on films like Eagle Eye. There's no denying that even with a sketchy script, he can keep things moving forward with his charisma and his high energy. Speaking of scripts, one might see something like swinging on vines with monkeys to catch a villain and think to themselves, that is the dumbest thing I've ever read. But someone like Shia looks at that shit and says, no, I can do this. I will make this work. The lead in Pac Rim, Pac short for Pacific Rim, doesn't hold up as well in my eyes. It's actor Charlie Hunnam, a mainstay from Sons of Anarchy, playing the exact same character here. There's three things this actor is known for and dominates at. Number one, monotone voice. Check. Number two, over-the-top swagger. Double check. And number three, resting his hand comfortably on his belt while he's in a standing position engaging in conversation. Triple check! Our supporting actresses are a sorry bunch as well, with, I believe, Megan Fox pulling out on top. She always pulls out on top. Yes, Megan Fox is hot and soulless, but at least her character in Transformers has a little bit of spunk to her, a little bit of a can-do attitude. Mako, on the other hand, was supposed to be this raised-up badass, learns martial arts, learns how to fend for herself, but for the majority of the film, she's Chris Pining over the lead. Granted, it is Charlie Hunnam, but still. She's good with a bow staff. I will give her that much. She's good with a wooden staff. Sexual connotation. That worked better. That worked better. In the villains department, we have the Kaiju versus the Decepticons. Is it Kaiju? I refuse to look. I haven't seen it in a while, but I'm going with Kaiju. Even though the giant monsters don't actually speak in Pac Rim, they are definitely more menacing. I mean, it's badass that Agent Smith voices Megatron, but really it could have been my dog Trix. I mean, with all the voice filters and everything applied over the top of it, you had no idea who it was. Trank, go out, pick me up a dog, let's name it Trix. You're not leaving. I'm dead serious right now. I've never been more serious about anything in my entire life. There's a ton of comedic relief in Transformers, ranging from Sam Witwicky's parents. Is it Witwicky? What a just a stupid name. Pretty much everything that's not a robot is some sort of a Looney Tunes character. But Pacific Rim has Idris Elba, Idra Islab. I don't know how to say his name. He plays some sort of a commanding officer. He tries to give a speech that rivals Independence Day, but Mr. President, if you will.
The 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night.
Yeah.
We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Transformers is built upon one of the dumbest stories in recent memory, but Pacific Rim does a fantastic job of being dumb in pretty much every other area. Pacific Rim has a badass storyline of these giant creatures raising from the depths of the ocean to try to take over our planet, destroying our cities, killing our people. We're forced to build walls and giant mechs to fend them off. How great would that be if that was the entire film and not the first 5-minute opener? Thanks to Michael Bay's ADD style of approach, he never lets things calm down. Transformers is always moving. It's always cranking at an intensity of 1,000,000 miles an hour. Del Toro is one of my favorite directors who of course did Pacific Rim, but I really think he screwed this up in the screenplay department. He should have left that to someone else. Now, I get it. This was a film for his 10-year-old inner child. I appreciate that. I wanted to see that movie, but my 10-year-old child would have been bored out of his mind watching these two lead characters. Now maybe I'm just dick picking, but there's so many stupid things in these plots, I have to point some of them out. Why is Optimus so hell-bent on killing himself? He's constantly asking Sam to put the cube in his chest. For that matter, why did the army decide to have this full-scale attack on the Decepticons in the middle of a populated city instead of on the outskirts somewhere where people won't get hurt? I suppose because there's no Mountain Dew machines there. In what world is building a cement wall better than building giant robots? You're at the edge of your life. You got nothing left to give. Your robot's dead. You're being dragged up into the sky by a giant pterodactyl-like scary motherfucker. What do? Oh, I know. You look down on the console in front of you, see a giant red sword button, and you push it, releasing God upon the planet, slicing that predator in two. Here's my question. Why is that not the primary weapon you start a battle with? Why is that not the priority? Step 1, make sure you're fused with your partner. Step 2, pull out your energy sword that kills things.
My name is Optimus Prime, but you can call us Autobots for short.
Alright, the effects. Here's where these movies make up all the shortcomings Richard prior to now. Bayformers sets the stage for large-scale battles, and Del Toro takes it to level 10, the maximum amount one can achieve in anything. It's hard for me to say which one I like more, because although Bay films most of his action up close and uses Michael J. Fox to steady the camera, it still looks great and it works well. It brings you up there, close in the fray, in the cut, starring Meg Ryan. I think that's a movie. And you're in the passenger seat. You're along for the ride. You're screaming Bumblebee right alongside Shia. Pacific Rim is gorgeous in its fights. The neon lights from the city, everything's pretty. I'm just rhyming now for no reason. The dragging of a f***ing ship across the ground smashes a kaiju in the face. I'm not sure why the battles always take place at night and in the rain, but I'll give him some benefit of the doubt on that one. It looked cool. Del Toro has an eye for the spectacle, and when he hits the right notes, he hits them hard. Die Hard. With a vengeance. Now I'm just saying titles of movies for no reason. In either case, it looks incredible. I have no idea what's happening 50% of the time, so I'm going with the tie. This means tie. I'm not really sure who's to blame for the fall of Linkin Park's music. Part of me thinks it is Transformers. But even though I'm not happy with the band, the song What I've Done is pretty great. It works well in Transformers. It was cool in all the trailers. It was sweet to hear it bust out at the end of the film. I think Michael Bay uses the same music in every single movie he's ever done. It's always some inspirational, heroic thing, usually accompanied by fighter jets flying over with streams of American flag confetti falling from the sky. Pacific Rim has pretty badass sounds. I don't remember a lot of music in that one either. A lot of dubstep type noises, a lot of that's exactly how they sound. I'm pushing Transformers again in this category, mainly because they got Peter Cullen, who did the voice of the original Optimus Prime, to come back. And you know what? It'd be an Optimus crime if I didn't acknowledge that fact. If you would have told me when I started this feud that I was going to be siding with Transformers, I would have said, yeah, you're right, I am. Because it's better. Pacific Rim had all the ingredients for this badass movie. And while to most it does achieve that level, that standard they wanted, I wanted more. I wanted more than meets the eye. Whatever, I've said my piece, now it's your turn. Go to the comments, leave some notes, let me know what you thought about Transformers, what you thought about Pacific Rim. And remember, this is more than just reviews, this is Movie Feuds. Trank, change of plans, we're naming the dog Bumblebee so I can yell out, Bumblebee!